Hey there. I wanted to come make a little video today with this thought that I had. I don't even know specifically who I'm sharing it with yet, but I wanted to put it out there. Coming from my chair, COVID quarantine 2020, April 16th. This is the hat and sweatshirt coziness of my snowy upstate New York morning. It was the craziest thing going for a walk this morning. There was a blanket of snow over everything. There was spring birds chirping and beautiful sun. And it wasn't a winter sun. It was like a spring sun. It felt so complicated. I'm creating a video.
Why are you talking to on the video?
I don't have anybody specifically I'm talking to yet. I'm putting my thoughts on video and then I'm going to share them with people. So as I was walking, I had this notion of two different streams of thought that we have. Of course, disclaimer, anything that hey, do not pull things out of my bag. That's not yours. Any of the thoughts or anything I share are meant for spiritual entertainment and enlightenment purposes only. If you have any mental or physical health concerns, I encourage you to seek a mental or physical health professional. Okay, disclaimer over. So, I got an alarm going off. So the notion that we have two different types of thought. We have our more active thoughts. These active thoughts interact with our life.
Hi.
Like the active thought that, oof, she's pulling on my headphones. The active thought that I'm trying to, she's giving the phone a hug, that I'm trying to do this video while I'm actively trying to focus on what she's doing and think of that. Those are the more active thoughts that are more interactive. Ava, I'm doing a video. Can you please stop, baby? Thank you. That are more interactive with what is going on with life right now, the situation that you're in, what you're currently, it's like they're the ones that are kind of fueling your actions in this moment. But then there's this secondary flow of jabber is what I feel like I need to call it, that happens in the back of your head. And this isn't quite actively participating in your life, but it's more emotional, more symbolic, more scattered. And it's just this, almost like this stream of consciousness that happens in the back of your mind. And it's more emotional and it's more metaphorical. And it's okay, how am I feeling with her climbing on me during my video? Or the active thought might be, I'm making my coffee. I need to put the water in the coffee pot and get the K-cup out, what have you. Whereas the more flow of jabber is, why do I feel I need this coffee so much today? And it's more of the emotional insight to us, I think, sometimes, or it can lead to that more emotional insight. And that flow of jabber is there. And I feel like it also puts stuff, how did I say it in my journal? The flow of jabber, it's like it stores thoughts and emotions about situations we're in. It's like the thought, our emotions of certain situations are deposited in this flow of jabber for us to address later, or maybe to bring up in our dreams. And I think with everything going on, I feel like there's a lot that's being deposited into our flow of jabber. There's a lot of worry and doubt and misunderstanding and chaos and confusion and mistrust of the universe and a lot of confusion on ourselves and who we are and what we want, how we want to handle it and what we want to do moving forward and how we want to approach life moving forward. All of that is being deposited into that flow of jabber for us to maybe bring out later or to deal with in our dreams or what have you. And I feel like meditation is a great tool for us right now, or meditative activities. If you're not one to sit down and do a straight on meditation, walking, I'm talking to my hands over here, but you can't see it. Things like walking, being in nature, coloring, sewing, knitting, dishes, painting a room, cleaning the house, some kind of activity that's rhythmic that you can just be focused on physically and not have to be focused on mentally, or doing some meditation, listening to some music. Not so much an active meditation where you're following guided imagery, but just quiet music. And you're just, maybe you start off actively listening to the music, but then you let that flow of jabber come out and you calm your active mind and you let that flow of jabber just go. And when you first do this, you may not realize what is what and what are active thoughts and what are the flow of jabber. And that's where you don't have to. Just let yourself be the witness of your thoughts. Let yourself witness where your thoughts go and how they feel, the emotions behind them, what have you, and where is it more active with what you're doing? Like, I'm sitting in this chair and my leg itches, or I need to scratch my nose, or I got a cramp in my ankle. Whatever that is, those are more active. Witness those, but then notice the ones that pop up behind it. And the more you do this, the more you'll create a pathway for that flow of jabber to come out. And I feel like when we can do that, the notion that our flow of jabber, if it was to be a stream or a creek or a river, would go from being a rapid moving flow of water, rapids, muddy, crazy water that's flowing, to a more consistent, beautiful stream. So it's just a thought and a meditative activity I wanted to share. If you sit down and you open up your imagination and you imagine, okay, you've got your active thoughts, but your flow of jabber that sits in the back of your head and you're constantly just throwing things in it to symbolically deal with later. Emotions, energy, overthoughts, what have you. What would your flow of jabber look like? How fast would it be moving and how much is in it? Would it be a rapid river, or would it be a nice, consistent stream? So I would love to have you try that. It's not something that the first time or two that it may feel confusing, but don't feel like you have to figure it out. Just listen to some music, find your activity, and be aware. Give yourself the space to witness your thoughts. And then maybe witness, are they more active in right now, or are they bringing up stuff that I'm just need to witness? And just allow yourself to witness it. Just because it may feel negative or judgmental or what have you, it doesn't mean that defines you. It just means that it's there. Allow it, witness it, let it move on, and then find the love and the acceptance and the positivity behind it. So, a couple of thoughts. I have no idea what Brainana is. So, just a couple of thoughts that I wanted to share while I sit in my chair after meditation in this shutdown COVID quarantine 2020 with my toddler playing in the background. I hope this makes sense, and I would love to hear in the comments below how you feel, what you think, and if this resonates, if you've experienced this.